Alrighty, Brandon. Thank you for taking the time to speak with me. We spoke briefly about the role that we have for the front desk. So with that, Brandon, I want to get to know your work history a little bit further. So if you don't mind telling me a little bit about your work history, and then we'll kind of go from there.
Okay, so I first started working at Publix actually as like a cashier. So I was used to greeting customers and having customer interactions. Then in 2021 I got a receptionist job at a small company in Kissimmee called Terry's Electric. So I was just the admin there. I would answer the phones. I would um take customers' calls and schedule them for service. I would write proposals for like our service department. I did multiple jobs in that building. I helped out the purchasing department. I did some filing for safety, and at times I would help manage because we was in a building, so they had a building manager. So I was like her assistant, so I would help her out sometimes when she needed help.
Oh,
But
that's awesome. Yeah.
I had many
You wear
roles
many
there.
hats. Yeah,
Yeah,
I was just about to say
yeah.
that. That's amazing. So did you start as an admin assistant doing your basic administrative roles and they kind of give you more tasks with time once you
Yeah, yeah,
trusted?
when I started answering the phones as the receptionist, then slowly they saw that I could handle that and gave me other tasks to complete.
That sounds wonderful. So you mentioned answering phone calls. How was the call volume? Was it a high call volume? Was it more inbound or outbound calls?
It was like a medium call volume. Sorry. It's just depending on the day and the time of year. It was mostly during the summer when we was like a little bit busier with people with their electrical problems and stuff.
There was a peak season.
Yeah,
Was it
it's
the
a peak.
summer?
Yeah. But
Yeah.
other than that, the calls was moderate. Not many came in.
Okay, okay. And were the calls more of inquiries from the client or the customers, or what kind of calls were those?
It would be sometimes we get customers calling in to schedule services or vendors calling to speak with project managers and leads and whatever and whoever.
Okay, perfect. So I want to know a little bit more about the administrative side.
Mhm.
Tell me a little bit about what your duties entailed on a daily basis.
Oh, it varies. Um call. I would also call to schedule customers because we partner with Duke Energy. So I would call to set up appointments for the customers. Also with the service department, the service manager would we call them proposals. He would write out the proposals, and I would type them out and send them to the customers. Um, but I did the mail routing, going around the office, collecting mail, handing out packages and things. I'm trying to think what else.
Any email communications with
Oh,
clients or any vendors?
email communications with yeah. We had a lot of county
Yeah.
work with the county, Osceola County, so
Okay.
I would email them from time to time about jobs.
Very nice. And what system were you using for email? Was it Outlook? Was it a Google system?
Both Outlook and Google. We did Google for the scheduling for the calendar and Outlook for the email. And I did Word, Microsoft, Excel, PowerPoint, and all those.
Beautiful. Tell me about your experience with Excel. How comfortable are you with creating spreadsheets?
I'm pretty moderate at it. I was still learning when I was there, but I can create like a basic Excel
Okay,
work
perfect.
spreadsheet. So.
That sounds lovely. Anything else you want to add on regarding your experience in the admin field? Just because I feel like with the administrative world, there's so many things that you can do, right? So
I know,
did you
yeah.
do any printing, scanning,
Yeah, printing,
you
scan.
know,
I did scanning for the service department as well as the safety department. I kept track of of all the employees' safety records and their files. I did scanning, like scanning in and importing files to go to the right folders. I printed out the service orders that was needed and everything.
wonderful. All right, that sounds perfect. Brandon, tell me, do you have any time off, any upcoming time off at all due to the holidays?
I don't. Well,
No time off.
I do have time off. I actually quit that job to look for another one.
Okay, so you're no longer at Terry's.
Yeah, I'm no longer at Terry's. Yeah.
Okay, so you're open to perhaps starting as soon as possible if you're able to find your employment?
Yes.
Okay, that sounds beautiful. And one last question for you, Brandon. What are you looking to get out of your next role?
Oh, that's a great question. Um, I feel like stability and like constant.
With
Like the
stability, long term.
long term, yeah, growth, or like because there it wasn't much room to grow there because it was like a small family company, so people been there for like 30 plus years. So
Oh,
I would
wow.
have been, yeah, and I was doing the receptionist for like 3 years, so it
Oh,
was like no room to like grow. I just want to like grow more, expand
yeah.
my boundaries. Yeah.
Absolutely agree with that. I think being in the environment where you're able to grow and learn more skills is always a good environment to be challenged in. So I completely agree with you,
Yeah.
Brandon. So this concludes our interview. I'm going to go ahead and just stop the recording, and then we'll
Okay.
continue speaking once I go ahead
Okay.
and just put this on pause. Don't hang up on me here.
No problem.